to our first halftime of the new season. Now we'll send you south to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Reports with Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip of the year around the NFL. We'll get started up at Cleveland Browns Stadium in Cleveland. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. The Browns with an ideal start as they move to 1-0 in front of their home faithful. Next, let's get over to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And that game's gone to the half, all even at 10-10.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. We'll see what the first half adjustments of the season are as they're teed up, and away we go in our second half. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Rams set to go on offense once more. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. Throw reeled in by Mayer. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. They send the tight end in motion. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. Got a man. It's Mayer. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. That's a pickup of 9. And the Rams are going to have a first down.
That's good for A. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Second half starts with a run by Williams. And this run's limited to a minimal gain up to about the 44. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Shotgun snap to Stafford. That's Mayer. He's got it. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Brought to the ground by Cameron Bynum. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Off the play fake, it's Stafford. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. They get 6 and a first down as well.
That's good for A. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now Stafford to throw. Gets himself free. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Back to the air we go on 2nd. Stafford. He gets this one to Nakua. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front had to give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
He has the first over the middle. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
From the gun, a carry by Williams. And he gets this forward to the 19. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
Stafford from the gun. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. There he goes on the right side. He's at the 30. Gets the 10. And he's going to go. It's a pick six. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
Romo adds the point after. And the Vikings take a 3-possession lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Starting from the 5. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The Rams back out on offense as we see Kyron Williams again. And they didn't have much time to recover from that pick six. Need short memories here as they head back out. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Throwing now, Stafford. Throw left side, complete. They're signaling for a stoppage here, and yep, there's a player injured after that snap. Not what they wanted to see in week 1 as their medical staff heads out to check on him. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Back to throw here, Stafford. Able to find Nakua here. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 45-yard line.
They pick the handoff now, Stafford. He beams one deep right side. And he makes the, wait, no, he didn't hang on. It falls incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Now Stafford again. Finds him over the middle. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Rams are going to have a 1st down.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Up the gut they go with Williams. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud cornerback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
And he'll get this forward, and he's stopped at the 37. Call it about 70 yards on that run. Now it's going to be 3rd down and 4.
It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Throwing off the play fake here. That's to the sideline. It's a catch by Williams. We'll head out of bounds after a small gain.
Awareness. Kate, you hear me and so many others talk about it a lot with quarterbacks, but it's critical for every unit on a football field. And for the defense right there, to have an awareness of knowing where the marker was and to make sure that completion wasn't going to move the chains.
To the sideline, complete, and he's got the 1st down as he stays in bounds.
That's another Rams 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They kick the running back in motion. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
10 at the 30-yard line.
Still sticking with the passing game. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or two short of the 25. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
To throw, Stafford. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Kate, I can already read the headlines tomorrow. This offensive line can't protect. This offensive line. But it's more than that. When you give up 5 sacks in a game, it's a complete breakdown of everybody offensively. Play caller, quarterback, offensive line. Yeah, they're going to have to regroup and figure out how to protect this quarterback first and foremost.
A 54-yard attempt.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And the gap closes to 14 points.
I know we see these kickers make kicks from this distance all the time, but it never ceases to be impressive. Everything's on the dot, and it's a big 3 points.
Fielded at the 7. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. The Vikings headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. From the shotgun, McCarthy fires right away, but incomplete.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
From the gun, they go with Algier. And that's good for a gain of 5. Jared Verse on the tackle. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down. From the shotgun, McCarthy escapes the pocket. Oh, he was on the move, and so was the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through, and that's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. Minnesota lined up in punt formation. And this is going to be his first punt of the new season. And the fair catch made here at the 15. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And the Rams will take possession. Throwing now on 1st down, Stafford. And as that one winds up incomplete, it brings us to the end of the 3rd quarter. We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. It's Rams football. They trail late, but this game's still very much in reach. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Stafford back to throw. Completed over the middle. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. 16 yards on the play. And the Rams are going to have a 1st down.
You know, they really love that Drake route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
On 1st down, here's Stafford. Throw reeled in by Mayer. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Stafford now on 1st down. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. Could not beat the defender there. So 2nd down coming up.
It's 2nd down and 10.
And they send a man in motion. Stafford to throw again on second. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
On third down, here's Williams. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
It's results like that that drive coordinators nuts. Premature balding, gray, wrinkles, all of it, Kate. You call something conservative. The last thing you're thinking is you're going to lose yards on a 3rd and 1 run.
On comes Joshua Carty in the Rams field goal unit to try it on 4th down. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll get him back to 11.
That field goal didn't do a lot on the scoreboard to make it a more attackable deficit, but it does create a sense of urgency here for this defense to get off the field.
Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Vikings ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. 1st and 10, here's McCarthy. He'll get this to Jefferson. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. On the option, it's Algier. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even ripped through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
He's got him. That's Addison. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one, and that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. That's into the hands of Moore. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 39. Into the hands of Jefferson, complete. And they get this down to the 28. Give them 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. Offense set for a 1st and 10. And he's brought down for a loss.
Hey, don't get me wrong, Kate. Every defensive guy, they watch tape in their own ways. But linebackers, they're a little bit like quarterbacks. They got to develop that sixth sense by watching that tape so they can diagnose and get home in a hurry like he just did.
Running back sent in motion. Here's 2nd and 11. Brought in right side by Moore. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets them a 1st down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
And he'll bring it to the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings make it a 3-score game in the 4th. He would not be denied that close to the end zone, Brock. I think it might have taken 5 or 6 guys tackling him to keep him from diving across the line for 6.
Certainly a second effort touchdown, no question. The backs who become fan favorites, we've seen it through the generations, and they set the curve for their peers, are the ones who just fight through that stop. It will not be denied of a touchdown.
Romo's point after is good. And the Vikings push their lead to 18.
Rams 16.
Reed now to kick this one away. This return starts at the 5. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The Rams headed out to the field now. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. This one delivered off target, Brock. That's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Shotgun snap to Stafford. Catch made over the middle. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3.
Stafford from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Offense up to the line fast. Now Stafford again. It's taken in by Williams. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. 2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Got Williams, and it's complete. And he'll get this through the midfield stripe and starts pushing into Vikings territory. Throwing his Stafford on 3rd. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. He can't get away. They get the sack and force a turnover on downs.
Hey, I get it. It's already over. But go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
The Minnesota offense ready to set up shop again. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
Here's Algier on 1st down. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in St. Louis. Vikings looking like they'll start this season with a win. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Algier with another carry. And he can't find the lane before being wrapped up at the line. Nothing gained or lost on that run, and now it's 3rd and 3. They go again with Algier. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Give him only 1 yard. Again, the run doesn't get it done, and now it's 4th and 3. For the 3rd time today, we see them setting up for a field goal. This a 54-yarder. And this one had a brief chance, but not a good kick in the end. He misses it. And they'll hold their lead at 18.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
Here comes their offense out again. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. Now Stafford to throw. Short pass brought in. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 48. Sheds upper, and they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. They need some extra time to think over 3rd and long. We've got a timeout. Now they'll throw out of the gun. He goes back to him yet again, complete. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. Desperation time here on 4th. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. They take a knee and their season has begun exactly how they wanted it to, with a win.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So the Vikings pick up the win on the road. And they're one of the fortunate teams to begin the season with a 1-0 record. So far, so good to begin this new campaign. So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The Vikings emerge as winners as we say so long from St. Louis.